Welcome. Welcome. We're really glad you're giving us some time today and you're here. I'm Jason Eckert. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for VisionServe Alliance. Again, we are really thrilled that you're joining us today for the pre-conference webinar. Excuse me, your fast track to conference success. Your presenters today will be Michael Epp from Envision. Michael Epp is the Manager of Professional Education, and Wendy Himes from VisionServe Alliance, who is the Director of Membership and Conferences. As many people here know, VisionServe Alliance and Envision have joined forces this year to present a joint conference that will focus on some research, some managerial and leadership experiences, and clinical applications for services for folks who are living with blindness and low vision. We are really excited about the partnership. We have had excellent registration, terrific sponsors, a wonderful venue, wonderful events that will happen at this conference, excellent opportunities for education, learning across those sectors, and for networking, of course, with many, many more organizations and agencies represented than at the VisionServe Alliance or Envision conference when they were standalone. I am very, very excited to have you all here, very excited to hear more about the conference and for all of us to discuss it. The planning has been going on really strong, and it proves to be an exciting, thrilling event in our community. So on that note, let me turn it over to Michael and to Wendy to walk us through all the exciting ways we can participate in the conference. Michael and Wendy, off to you.
Thank you, Jason. And hi, everybody. We're excited to just walk you through some great advice on how you can fast track your conference success, as the title of this webinar says. We've been through a lot of these conferences, and we have some good tips that we're going to share with you today. So what else we'll cover today during our session is conference overview and highlights, as well as logistics and technical preparation that you can just know about so you're ready to go, networking and engagement strategies, pre-work and resources to check out before you get there. We'll also have a time for you to ask your questions and at the end of the webinar, so you're welcome to type those into the Q&A. But we will also have a time at the end where we'll bring everybody off of mute, and you'll be able to just come off of mute and ask your question in person if you want to, or type them in the chat. Helen will be watching that for us. And then also just a preparation checklist. So Jason already told you a little bit about the why, this exciting collaboration between VisionServe Alliance and Envision University. We're really excited to bring an even larger cross-section of professionals active in our fields together for this learning opportunity. So we'll have leaders from across vision rehabilitation, healthcare, research, education, technology, and all kinds of blindness services are going to be gathered at this event. Designed to spark innovation, build collaboration, and elevate the professional excellence in our field. This year's agenda really offers cutting-edge science, practical clinical training, leadership development, and hands-on learning delivered by the foremost experts in low vision and blindness rehabilitation. So you'll have the opportunity to network with 350 vision rehabilitation professionals, executives, clinical practitioners, and industry leaders. You'll also have the opportunity to meet with exhibitors from top companies in our field to learn about all the newest products and services and win prizes. A little later in today's webinar, I'm going to share with you how you can win a free registration for next year's event. So stay tuned. It's our goal, really, that attending 4 days of programming will deepen your practice, expand your network, and really help you gain strategies to directly improve services and outcomes for people that we are serving. You'll choose your schedule by selecting from an amazing variety of sessions. We have over 60 sessions and 90+ hours of accredited education to choose from. So you can earn up to 20 hours of credits from ACVRAP, AOTA, and COPE. So our keynote and speaker highlights, of course, you've probably already been hearing a lot about our two keynote speakers. We're thrilled to have them. Dr. Calvin Roberts will talk about human eye transplantation, and Dr. Angela Ferris will talk about hope-centered leadership, bringing a scientifically proven hope into your clinical practice and your organization. Really excited about that. I think we all need that right now. All right, so we're going to just walk through your agenda here a little bit. So along with our two keynotes and all these different sessions you have to choose from, we have several different topics that you can choose from. Of course, we have science and innovation and clinical excellence from the field's leading experts, along with Dr. Roberts' powerful keynote on human eye transplantation. We'll have sessions on interdisciplinary care, such as Dr. Angela Howell's Doc, I Am Seeing Things, and sessions supporting patients navigating driving readiness, with working together on driving, and also Ron Brooks's At the Intersection of Transit Innovation and Accessibility. We have sessions on this highlighting technology that's transforming our practices. So these sessions include addressing augmented reality technology in low vision rehabilitation, as well as current trends in telehealth and the use of AI. We also have sessions highlighting leadership, strategy, and workforce development to strengthen organizations. So the sessions in that topic area include sessions that support sustainable leadership and organizational growth. John Rammerman will present a session providing tools for grounded, emotionally steady leadership. That's not to be missed. We also have sessions on workforce advancement and recruiting strategies explored in sessions by Kathleen Zeider and Dr. Tomiko Faison. And of course, we have strategies to help you harness more philanthropy with sessions by Dr. John Shepard, and also Diversifying Sustainable Revenue by Sharon Williams. And lastly, we have sessions that are about supporting children, older adults, and the broader community. This includes sessions on pediatric programs, assessment, and intervention strategies for children with low vision and CVI, and unpacking the emotional and systemic barriers in older adults, with sessions on guide dogs, and also the use of audio description technology. Really, with 90 sessions, it's hard to go through. It's hard to pick just a few, but I just picked a few. So how do you personalize your agenda? Some tips here. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed with, so many things to choose from. So as you're reviewing your session selections, we have some filters in place. They're on the registration website now. You can filter the sessions by topic areas that you're particularly looking for, or the type of session, right? So really pick sessions that tailor to your learning desires, your learning styles. So we have your traditional speakers with PowerPoints. We also have panel presentations, and we also have interactive sessions if you want to feel a little more talkative, as well as really intimate small group discussions. So the small group discussions, those are new for this year. Envision had them at their conference last year. And of course, VisionServe Alliance has had the open space format groups, as well as our strategic discussion groups last year. So you'll really like those if you're someone who likes the small group atmosphere. So those small group discussions are limited to 20 to 30 people per group. We have 9 different groups of those that you can participate in. The capacity is limited, so I see a lot of them are already filled up. If those are something that you're interested in, go ahead and just sign up. If there's a particular group that you wanted to get into and it's full, just get yourself on the waiting list. And if a spot opens up, you are welcome to that. you can continue to make changes to your chosen sessions even when you get to the conference. You just use the app, and we're going to show you how to do that. You can change your session selections. You'll want to make sure that if you're getting your CEUs, you'll want to make sure that you do select those sessions before you walk in the door, or the people scanning your badge won't be able to attribute the credits to you. So just make sure that you check the app that your session selections are up to date before the session starts. So pace yourself. We've built in plenty of time, we hope, for morning and afternoon breaks. Get yourself a little beverage in the lobby, chat with our exhibitors in the foyer. Take a little time off if you need to. It can be kind of intense with all the learning. We've got breaks written into the schedule to allow you a few moments to network and relax. We also want to make sure that you take advantage of breakfasts and lunches and the happy hours, right? So that we have 2 breakfast times. You can go 7 o'clock if you want to get to that 8 o'clock first learning session. We realize some people are coming from multiple time zones. Pacific time zone may be a little early for breakfast at 7 a.m. So we also have 8 o'clock a.m. breakfast for those who want to go, it's there a little bit later. You can always get help at the registration table located in the Franklin foyer. So it's on the second, all of our meeting spaces on the second level of the hotel. So registration will be open beginning at 12 p.m. on Wednesday, May 27th, for you to pick up your name badge, or you can also stop by Thursday morning before we get started. Registration will be open from 7:30 a.m. To 5 p.m. on that first full day of the conference.
Yeah, thank you, Wendy. And hello, everyone. I'm Michael Epp from Envision, and I would just echo the excitement that we are preparing to share with you and working together between Envision and VisionServe Alliance. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the tech and the way you can apply it to the way we have our conference. Our event management system is called cVent. And so what we have is a navigable way for you to use an app on site or even a desktop application. But so basically, one of the things to note about it is that you can download an app. There's a QR code that's featured right there. You'll receive information about when this goes live as well. We'll actually start event app will be live on May 20th. And so you'll receive notifications about how to do that. And if I could just share my screen, I will actually give you just kind of a little bit of an example. So what you're seeing now is actually the desktop version. Of course, if you're using a mobile phone, you can actually use both with the login and to use the cVent Attendee Hub. The mobile will look a little bit different, of course, but the main points of navigation are still the same. So you have a home page, and some of the important things to note about is where the menu options are. And your home page is also a section where you can jump to some things that are featured. Like if you want to jump to the opening keynote speaker, you could view session details by doing that. And then there's an add session, so you can add that to your schedule. Visit our exhibitors in the Franklin foyer. A lot of good information there. What's happening by day, the different featured things. Like right now, there's the first time attendee happy hour. And so we were inviting everyone here to the special gathering to welcome our first time attendees, which is sponsored by American Foundation for the Blind. We're really appreciated that. Other just, highlights, things that are our large focus, again, our keynote speakers, our Friday dine around, and about playing the passport game, which is visiting the exhibitors, things, and an overview and event schedule about what's upcoming. So again, let's go over just a few navigation type of things. You can go to an all sessions, and then you can view that. You can filter by day. You can filter by times and also by category. If you want to select something like, say you were interested in interactive workshop, you could do that, and then it'll bring up all the ones that are the workshops. Or let's say we wanted to do small group. Can look at all the different type of small groups that are available, and you can add those to your schedules. And also on the schedule tab, you can select my schedule. And that will show you what you've selected, either when you first registered for the conference, what you selected, or if you want, if you've updated it, that will reside in there. It also has the option to download to a calendar, so it's kind of nice. It can set it up by showing all days or by just one day. Also from the schedule tab, there's more information about our speakers, and this will actually bring down an overview of all of them. And if you can actually click into speaker, you can see their bio, and it shows their session. So if you think, boy, there's a session, I don't know what the name is, but I know that Michael Berger is presenting it. You can search by that speaker and then, oh, he's presenting in this one, so I want to add that to my schedule. So that can be very helpful that way too. So, and then game. Game is where you can access the passport game. And so this will be where you take the challenge to scan the QR code at each exhibitor booth you visit to earn 1 point. Earn 20 points to qualify for a chance to win one 2027 conference registration game open on May 28 and May 29 during the exhibitor hours posted in the agenda. So just again, that'll give you a taste about how you click into that, and then how you scan into getting your points. So it's kind of a neat little thing we're adding this year. Okay, then you want to think about exhibitors and sponsors. And so that under Expo, you can do that. And the listing is alphabetical. It also has a search function. So it's like, oh, I don't want to go through all the A's. Let's see. Maybe I want to go to something in. Let's see what happens when I just check in low ed and rehab solutions. So you can do that, and you can click into that exhibitor. And what's kind of unique about this is, in addition to their physical space in the exhibit hall, it's also a way that you can keep track of your exhibitor's contact information. They'll have more information about their organization. Some of them will also include different handouts that you can download, as well as videos that they will have. It'll show who the booth staff are. You can do that, different people. And it also has how you can connect through chat or message, or send a connection message. So that's kind of a neat way you can hook up directly with an exhibitor. I think at this point too, I also should do community. There was also the attendees. And this shows you who's all attending. And say that you know that someone you haven't seen in a while is going to be showing up at the conference, and you want to make sure you connect with them. Type in Wendy, and there's 2 Wendy's that are listed. I say, okay, there's Wendy Himes. I want to connect with her. And so the thing about that is that when you click onto that, it brings up the profile, things that Wendy has decided that she wanted to share. And so gives her bio about her, connecting through social media, different interests, and then again, the connect and chat function. And just so you know, you can decide to share what beyond the basics of your name by viewing your profile, and then you can edit your profile. and add in as much as you want to do to again maximize the way you want to connect with other people. So there's a couple other, I should also mention too, we're talking about being able to connect through. This would also be a place where, since I just remembered, go back to all sessions. There's a section titled Resources on the menu. When you click that, if the speaker has provided a PowerPoint or handouts ahead of time that they're willing to share, that will show up there and you can download them. So I think that is the part about our app and Attendee Hub website. Should mention now, I want to talk a little bit about our accessibility tools. We really are trying to strive, both the Envision and VisionServe Alliance, to make our conference nearly 100% accessible as we can. So we're offering several different accommodations. So one note is that, again, it's important to download the app because you'll receive key information about any schedule changes and major conference news to attendees via the app notifications. So make sure you download that app. Additionally, Clovernook has will graciously be providing a tactile map of the hotel meeting space. So you can pick up a copy of that map at the info booth upon check-in. Also, we will have volunteers stationed throughout the meeting spaces to offer sighted guide assistance, to find breakout rooms, and during meals. Visit the info booth in the foyer in front of the Delaware rooms if you need assistance. Again, that'll be the registration kind of as your home place. Using a screen reader, see the screen reader tips under the More tab of the Attendee Hub. So that's another section on the Attendee Hub that there's to get frequently asked questions, tips about accessibility, maps, and that type of thing as well. So the conference hotel, basically in downtown Columbus, the Hyatt Regency, 350 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. And there are several room options available. If you have not booked your hotel room, please do so by May 7th. So time is running out. So on the conference website, you can find the booking link under conference location hotel. Check-in time is 3 p.m. Checkout time is 12 p.m. The Bell staff is available to hold luggage as needed for arrival and departure days. And they also will have a designated canine relief area. There's a cancellation policy. If you're canceling a room, that you need to cancel at least 48 hours in advance to avoid being charged a cancellation fee. Wi-Fi, there's complimentary Wi-Fi in the sleeping rooms. The hotel also has public Wi-Fi in the lobby. And we will also be providing connection to Wi-Fi in the meeting space as well. And you'll receive technical deets on how to get that done. So, all right, next slide, please. Transportation information, parking and airport transportation offices, options. So there is off-site parking is available at the Chestnut Street Garage, located 1 block south of the hotel and accessible via an enclosed and covered walkway. Parking at Chestnut Street Garage can be charged to your room and cost $25 a day. There's overnight valet parking is available with in and out privileges for $48 a day. Please note the garage height restriction is 6'8". So if you're bringing a large scale truck, you will not be able to, if it's above 6'8", you won't be able to park in the valet parking lot. So with airport, the major airport is the John Glenn Columbus International Airport, CMH. It's 6 miles from the hotel. The Columbus Airport offers tactile braille and public elevators and directional signage. Wayfinding assistance is available from airport ambassadors stationed in centrally located information centers on baggage claim and ticketing. John Glenn International is among more than 50 U.S. airports offering IRA service. To access, download the app for Android or Apple devices. So this will be links to accessibility information for the airport. Also, alert your airline in advance if you need additional assistance when you arrive at the airport. Ground transportation options to the hotel. Uber, Lyft, taxis, and buses are all available from Columbus Airport. Average cost of a taxi is $20 to $25 and takes about 11 minutes. And we do have the links up there. When you receive a copy of this, you'll be able to link into the Fly Columbus and also Experience Columbus website and ground transportation as well. So a lot of those have the ideas, like Experience Columbus has ideas for things to do in town if you're extending your stay. Also an attendee savings pass program gives conference attendees exclusive discounts on area attractions and special offers at nearby restaurants, including some of the vendors within the North Market, such as Hot Chicken Takeover and Dos Hermanos. There will also be downtown dining maps and a thing to do guides available at our registration table.
I'm getting hungry talking about all those great restaurants. Yes, that's going to be so much fun. Yes, the dining room. All right, so networking and engagement strategies. We have lots of opportunities for great networking at this event. It's one of the hallmarks of our conferences, and we know you're going to really have a lot of fun with that. Some of you may be wondering, what should I wear to this thing? Is this a really formal occasion, or how much people? So I would say usually we say just casual to business casual, no suits needed. Jason is going to wear his dress shirt and probably a tie. I don't know. We can't help it. That's all right. Hey, come as you feel most comfortable. That's really the message, right? But you'll notice that people are not all dressed up all the time. And if you'd like to volunteer, we'd love to have your volunteer. We can definitely use your help scanning people in or offering sighted guide assistance or whatever you feel like you'd like to do. Maybe you'd like to be a reporter for us and send us your reflections on your top sessions that you attend. We'd love to have you. So please reach out to Michael if you'd like to be a volunteer. And that email address is listed here, michael.epp, EPP, by the way, at envisionus.com. So some of the key networking events, we just want to walk you through those. So you make sure that you have those on your schedule and, encourage you to check these out. So our welcome reception is Wednesday night, really before we get too busy, right? We do have some learning sessions on Wednesday afternoon, but by 6:30, those are over. So please come to the welcome reception. It's going to be a wonderful time to connect with old friends and make new friends. We'll have plenty of delicious food and drink in a wonderful atmosphere. And then breakfasts. So we have breakfast on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So really use that as a time to, again, network along with getting your breakfast and fuel for the day. We will have tables reserved for the VisionServe Alliance small org affinity group members who are there. I'm not sure too many of us will be able to come. And also the new CEO affinity group will also have a designated table there. So these are just some of the affinity groups VisionServe Alliance offers virtually, and we're excited about the chance to actually meet in person. We also have 2 awards lunches this year. We have quite a lot of awardees. We're excited to celebrate them. They'll be on both Thursday and Friday. Great time to network with your peers, as well as our AM and PM coffee breaks. They will be in the foyer there with the exhibitors. Great time to just grab a cup of coffee and visit with some of our exhibitors, as well as the special exhibitor showcase time, which is after lunch each time. So again, play that passport game and just get 20 exhibitor scans and you are entered to win that complimentary registration for next year's conference. You can also visit, I'll put in a plug for VisionServe Alliance, is actually has 2 free laptops that you can win. If you stop by our booth, these laptops are provided for free by our lovely member Computers for the Blind, and they will be outfitted with JAWS and ready to go. So Kurt, stop by our booth for that. The 2 happy hours, we hope there will be 2. We're still getting that all worked out with the Friday one, but Thursday night is the first time attendee happy hour from 5:30 to 6:30. Everybody's invited, but we're definitely want to make sure the first time attendees feel welcome, but everybody's invited to come. So come and explore our sponsors' booths. We'll have food and drink. It's going to be a wonderful time before we head off to our evening activity. So Thursday night, there is an optional night at the museum event. This is the local Columbus Museum of Art. They have what's called the BAM event, the Bar Art and Music event. It's the first Thursday of every month during the summer, and we happen to be there on their very first BAM of the season. So that's going to be right after our happy hour concludes. You can catch an Uber or a Lyft. It's about 1.5 miles away, and get to the Columbus Art Museum. And again, we'll have some reserved tables for you and another drink pass for you to enjoy that. We also have an accessible gallery tour with their wonderful art docent. So you can sign up for 2 tours, and we'll have those. We'll be sending out the links of how you can do that shortly. But we're excited that they were ready to make accessible tours for us. And then let's see, we have the Dine Around on Friday night. So those of you who are perhaps new to the Dine Around, it's a very popular event. We make all the reservations at fabulous restaurants that most of them are within walking distance from our hotel. It's a really great area that our hotel is. And so there's lots of great restaurants. So we've made the reservations for you, a table of 6 or 8. So come and make 7 new friends, right? It's a great way to share a meal, enjoy the food scene at Columbus, and also make new connections in our field. So there's a digital sign up for that. The link is in your app. Of course, you can always stop by the registration table. We'll have somebody there to help get you signed up, and you can ask questions for that too. So really want to make sure that you enjoy the networking events. It's one of the hallmarks of our conference that people say that one of the reasons they enjoy it the most is that opportunity to make new connections. All right. And the small group discussions. So again, the interactive session opportunities. I think that's might be on the next slide. Yes, thank you. That's on both. So our small group discussions, we have 9 different small groups. I think Michael already pointed out how easy it is that you can sign up for those once you log into the virtual attendee hub. Again, you can still modify your registration today and go back in and see which of these small groups are still available for those of you who really are ready for these more intimate chatty type learning sessions. Next slide, please. All right, we also have a conference photo album. So you can enjoy viewing photos from the conference in the official photo album, and you can upload your own photos too. So this is through a cool website through Kululu. So I've got the link to that right now is posted there, and when you get these slides, you'll be able to view those photos. Of course, it's empty right now, but we're going to be adding photos. So it's going to be a fun place to share your favorite memories and see other people's photos as well. We'd love to have you add photos to that. So another way that you can really bump up your networking is to make sure that you're sharing your social media handles in your profile, like Michael showed us. You can edit your profile and choose, put your LinkedIn link there if that's what you'd like to share. Your Facebook, whatever you'd like to share is there. And it's a great way for you to continue this connection more than just in person, but you can continue online, or maybe there's somebody who you wanted to connect with at the conference and you just didn't run into them. So you can, if they put their social media links, maybe somebody wanted to connect with you. So if you put your social media links there, then they can easily connect with you after the conference too. On the screen here, we have a QR code to our marketing toolkit. So if you scan this QR code, it'll take you to the conference marketing toolkit. We've made it easy if you want to share your excitement about participating in the conference with your professional friends, that you're presenting at the conference, or if you're just attending, or you attended a great session, or you had fun meeting with a certain exhibitor. We've got everything already pre-written for you. It's super easy to choose as well as images. It's all there for you. We'd love to have you share. And of course, we will like most of your posts as well. So we encourage you to go ahead and do that. And I've got VisionServe's and Envision's social media handles for you on this slide. All right, and I'm going to turn it back over to Michael.
Pre-work and resources. We have a little pre-work assignment here, just talking a little bit about accessing the exhibitor resources, relevant articles, and videos to familiar yourself with the presenters and exhibitors. So this is just to re-emphasize some of the navigation I did a little bit earlier about navigating through your app or the Attendee Hub desktop experience. So again, take some time to familiar yourself with who's exhibiting at the conference. Both visit the exhibitor tables throughout the foyer areas, or virtually through their virtual booths in the Attendee Hub. Also, there'll be 2 exhibitor showcases after lunch on Thursday and Friday. And these are dedicated times, a little bit longer time than some of our other breaks, to visiting with the exhibitors. And again, you'll want to play that passport game challenge in the app and qualify for a chance to win a full registration to the 2027 Envision and VisionServe Alliance Conference. Now, note about receiving your CEUs. So to receive continuing education credits, you must attend the sessions in person at the time they are presented to receive the continuing education credit. Your attendance will be tracked by scanning your badge as you enter a session. And just note that room monitors will most likely end scanning after 10 to 15 minutes of a session. Again, we need to adhere to some accreditation rules that need to say that you need to be engaged for at least 50 minutes per hour of a session to receive your credit. And again, if there are any difficulties with, I selected this session, but I really attended this session, or those type of things, don't have anxiety about it. We're totally understanding. Just stop by the registration booth, and I'll have my contact information. You can always do that. So after you've scanned in, what will happen is that approximately an hour after each session you attend, you will receive an email that's directly linked to that session with instructions for completing an evaluation and retrieving your CE certificate. So how this works is that you'll log into our learning management system, and there'll be a section for you to add live event. And then in that email, you'll receive a 4 alphanumeric type of code. You'll put that in, complete the evaluation. It's a short evaluation, and then you'll will then have access to your CE certificates. So first time attendees, but also first time people who have not received CE credit through Envision University in the past, you'll need to create an account first so that you can enter that information. And so that's, again, you're just creating an account with our learning management system. And so then all your certificates will be in one place, and you can log in after the conference to either download your certificates one by one or a summary report. Again, it's a learning management system, and it'll track all the CEs that you've attended and will receive at the conference. So And again, you'll receive information in each of those emails, and it might get pandemic after a while, but it'll say that if you have not received CE credit from us in the past, it'll walk you through how to create an account and then how to retrieve your CEs. So a note about accessing session resources. Again, as I was navigating through the attendee hub, when you click into a session, there will be a sidebar that has a resource icon. If you click on that, you can download the resources for that session. If you do not see your resources labeled, that just means that the speaker has not uploaded any PowerPoints or handouts at the time that you're logging in to see that. And we will work towards getting that the most updated versions of what our speakers are presenting into that attendee hub, which you will have access to until the end of August 2026. Okay, turn it back over to Wendy.
Great. All right. Well, we've gone through a lot with this webinar. We hope you found it really helpful. We're about ready to be here to answer questions in a moment. So just briefly, here's a preparation checklist. If you most basic things, that make sure you download the Cvent Events app. That's what the app is called, Cvent Events, and it's in your App Store or the Google Play Store. Set up your profile, set up what information you want to share. You know, people will be able to message you and connect with you offline, right? Preview your agenda. Make sure that you've got the sessions selected that you want. Please make sure that you've selected the meals so that we have accurate meal counts. And go to your personalized schedule. It's called My Event. You'll see that. You'll see everything that's coming up for you that day, as well as your selections. Someone is asking, what is our Cvent ID? That is because it's the event is not live yet, so we will not be able to share that. You won't actually be able to log into the Cvent event to the actual event until it launches, and that's going to be, as Michael said, closer to May 20th. Sorry, but good job. You already downloaded the event. Good job. All right. There's also another feature that should be live by then. It's a QR code. It's associated with your profile. You'll be able to have other attendees scan your profile, your personal QR code, and you'll be able to download whatever personal contact information you choose to share. You can share everything, right? Your phone number, email, everything with that QR code. It's whatever you want to share. It's an easy way to connect. That will be live by the time the app launches. All right, so I think that is the basic checklist. Let's go to the next slide. I think it's time for Q&A.
See, there is one question about, are there any sessions that provide CEs through the American Psychological Association? No, our accreditations that we are offering are through 3 accrediting agencies: ACVREP for certified ACVRP people, AOTA for occupational therapists, and COPE for optometrists. And also a note, at the session description, make sure you checked at the bottom too to see which accrediting agencies are accredited. Not all sessions are accredited by all 3 of our accrediting agencies. One note, however, is that in our learning management system, although your particular CE organizations, such as the American Psychological Association, where if we're not accredited to that, there is just a generic certificate that will note that you attended and the time length of the session and who was the presenter, and so that you at least have a generic certificate of attendance. A number of other organizations are able to accept that type of attendance, but those are the 3 main ones that we have. So,
and I do see some questions. Thank you, Helen. Anicio is asking, can your schedule in the app sync with one's Outlook calendar? Michael, do you know the extent to which all the sessions can be synced with your Outlook? Or if it's just a general event, which goes in your Outlook?
It will, so for example, for myself, since I'm set up on a Outlook, uh, it'll, when you do the download function, it'll provide a .ics calendar type of thing. So,
That's for every session that you choose to download. Very
and
good.
well, depending on how you have it done. So
Mhm.
through your chooser, you can do that and then add it to your calendar. So that's
Very
another
good.
handy function.
Yes, indeed. Next question is for Rachel. Other than the discussion groups, are the other sessions limited to a certain number of attendees? The answer is most are not. And we have, our rooms have capacity up to 65 to 80 people. It varies. And what some of our main keynotes, of course, are in very large rooms that will accommodate as many people as want to go. But most sessions can accommodate, I think, 80 people. And there's plenty of space left in all. I looked. There's nothing else besides the small groups that are at capacity. So plenty of space.
Right. I think the only other, besides the small groups, which are capped at 20, there was
Oh, a workshop.
one workshop, which was capped at 30. So,
Right, right. Okay, we have an anonymous question. I have downloaded the app, but it does not appear to be live yet. Correct. It is not live yet, and we're still adjusting a few things. That's why it has that password on there, but it will be soon. And May 20th is our target date, a week in advance. If we get it done any earlier, we'll certainly shoot an email out to you. You'll get an invitation to the app is live. Okay. We're doing accessibility testing on it right now. We want to make sure it doesn't have accessibility issues. And Elliot is asking, I found the event app. What's the event ID? Sorry, Elliot, the same question. No, yes, not yet available. Okay, so that's all the questions in the Q&A. Anybody else who has questions is welcome to come off of mute and ask your question.
All right, I'll offer just a little bit of feedback, just looking at all these names on the screen. Thrilled to see so many of our friends and colleagues and supporters just here right now. So that's terrific to have 30 people right here. Absolutely excellent. I will say there are a couple of names that are very familiar to Wendy and Michael and me because of awards that will be given out. So I'll just let you know that the awards will be given out at lunch, and you will be contacted beforehand and at your registration just to give you some guidance on how award ceremonies will be handled. So just to let some of the folks on the call know that if that was a question. Also, there'll be lots of opportunities. To gather people together. So I want to take a moment and just very much encourage that. If you know that others are coming and you want to make sure that you find them and you want to make sure that you sit with them and catch up with them. If there are people who are winning awards, once you see that published and you want to be sure to be there for them, go ahead and let us know that. You can sit with them up and towards the front of the room, things of that nature. I just want to encourage that camaraderie. Many people who are receiving awards are really extraordinarily dedicated to these professions, extraordinarily dedicated to improving the lives of people living with blindness and low vision, have really dedicated their whole careers towards advancing the folks in their community through their agency, and recognizing them nationally is really, frankly, a joy for us and a privilege. So I just want to encourage all of that, all of those congratulations, those thank yous, those welcomes, all of that for many of those who will be receiving some awards. It's really a wonderful time and celebration.
Hey, Jason, Wendy, Mike, this is Paul Schrader.
Hi, Paul.
Just want to say I'm excited for y'all to come to Columbus, Central Ohio. Made famous food-wise by Guy Fieri, but there's more than a really loud person on the Food Network who won't ever shut up because it's on all the time in my house. It is a food place, lots of good breweries downtown as well. Or in the easily reachable from the downtown area. So there's a lot of good stuff in Columbus, particularly those who want entertainment and good food.
As people can tell, Paul is one of our Columbus locals, so he's grateful to have us
Boosting the
in
town,
his
yes.
town. That's right. We will have many of our Ohio agencies represented. We don't have many in Columbus proper, but we will have ones from Cincinnati and Toledo and what am I missing? And the Cleveland Site Center.
Yeah.
So many organizations
And Clovernook.
and Clovernook will be represented there. You'll be able to get a good sense of how services are delivered in the great state of Ohio.
Great. Well, we are really looking forward to meeting you and to having us all be joined together for this exciting opportunity. Again, the last slide has our contact information. Please reach out to either Michael or myself if you have any questions. That's what we're here for, to answer your questions. And we really, really look forward to seeing you. Well, last question, is the Ohio State School for the Blind coming? We have from their optometry department, the State School for the Blind, I'm not sure.
Yeah, from the Ohio State University, definitely we have representation. I don't know for the State School of the Blind, but it is not too late to register. So you have a contact there who you think would benefit from participating in this conference, please encourage them to register. If you need a little bit of more interaction and you want to email me, Wendy, or Michael, a contact person name, we will reach out personally to make sure that that person knows that they are welcome and invited.
Thank you, Helen, for putting up our last slide. Yes, that's our contact information. And that was Ellie Dupre that was suggesting that. She's always full of great ideas. Thank you, Ellie. All right, everybody. Well, that's a wrap for us. We'll see you in just a few short weeks. We're looking forward to it.